Daylight Dave! BAC V RR. Hey, take a wild guess as to what I'm working on. Oh, you got it. U30C. This is my UP1. Not that that matters at this point. But I've got things torn apart. I've got the side frames. You got this side frame trucks, or whatever you call them. And here's the metal stuff. And I got my soldering pencil. One of my soldering pencils cranked up, waiting for it to warm up. So I kind of scratched that a little bit just so the solder makes good contact, get a good flux or whatever. And I've got to scratch him a little bit too. Same thing with him. But I took off those little clips right there. And I'll solder everything. Then I'll test it with the meter, make sure the wire is good. There's no problems with the wire if I kind of jiggle it. But I just take off one truck at a time. So I took out that soundboard, or excuse me, that non-sound DCC NC board. And I'm going to replace it with this. And there's the two speakers right there. And I'm going to try the two speakers, two round speakers. If that doesn't sound all that great, I'll put the little mini cube in there and go that route. And I'm kind of looking at it to see if I could fit two in there. It's always nice to have two sugar cubies. And it's got everything cleaned up here. I'm not going to take apart that because everything rolled fine when I kind of rolled it around with the wheels. So I figure I'll just leave that alone. But I cleaned up the wheels. I cleaned up the ends because that's where your contact point is, up against this metal contact side frame. But what I use to clean everything up, here's my little mini bucket there. I use this parts cleaner, plastic safe, or electronic cleaner. And nice thing about it is, man, it'll clean that and clean those holes out just fine. And it dries real fast. Yeah, so it's good stuff. So I just take apart, like I said, I just take apart one truck at a time. I don't want to mix up any parts. So I'll solder that, and then I'll put them back together, and then I'll take apart the other truck and do the same thing with him. And hopefully it'll run better and not give me some, he was just giving me some minor problems with pickup contacts and stuff. So, okay, pause time. Okay, got the trucks on, both all cleaned up. Put just a couple drops of, just use this little lubricant here over the worm gear and little worm gear bushings. So next job is speakers. So I'll pop that, pop this out here and put the speakers in. Waiting for the soldering pencil to warm up again, and I'm going to replace these wires because they need to be longer. So I think I took that out of something else. I don't know what, but it's been sitting around for a while. Okay, got speakers in. I'm into this for about an hour, so I'm going to take a bit of a break here. And trying to think of what my decoder's going in next. My very pricey decoder's going to go in next. So be careful to wire it correctly so I don't mess anything up. You know, one thing I should have done, and I just thought about it just now, is I should have replaced these wires, wires from my track power, with longer wires, so I could have just tied them together. And then I could have just tied this into one, so now I've got to add extra wires. Oh well, something I should have done. Okay, got everything wired, except for the headlight. I still got to put the headlight in there and wire that up. But I'm going to put it on the track and see what happens. Before I turn on the power, I'll make sure all these wires aren't touching anything. All these wires that aren't taped off, let's just put it that way. Okay, just about made a fatal error. I noticed I connected one of these speaker wires to my left rail pickup. I go, oh man, that might not have been good. Something would have blown. We have power. We got light lit up too. Let's see what it sounds like. Yeah, kind of what I thought. It sounds kind of tinny. I think it's just got that tinny sound to it. So I might just put a sugar cube in there as well. Give it a little bit of bass. You know, I know the problem. It's you know, speakers need to be boxed in, and this isn't boxed in, so I know that's why it's not giving me much bass sound, so I'll try to figure out something here. Okay, got it programmed. D2866, 2866. That's your new number, buddy, for the rest of your life. I just kind of moved a little bit, but I held on to it. But I got the forward and reverse set up right, and I picked up each truck off the track just to make sure they're both getting power. They're both getting power, so we're looking good so far. I got to put that headlight in and tape everything off. I was kind of thinking maybe when I put that shell on, that'll kind of give me a little more bass to the sound. I'll put it down, but I won't fasten it all the way. Okay, guys, I'm in a holding pattern. Everything's working except my headlight. Headlight is not working. I checked the output, and there's no output. Should be 12 volts with that blue and green. Blue being the common wire, and green being the front headlight. So, use my little meter. So I'm kind of in a holding pattern. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Well, after wasting 10 minutes, I just figured out what I did. You guys are probably thinking, well, yeah, you're hooking it up wrong. Yeah, headlights, hang on, white and blue. And the rear headlight is yellow and blue. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. Because that green is, well, different FX, obviously. Oh, now I'm getting output. Funny how that works. I was getting 13.8 volts, so that'll work. Where's my resistor? Or my LED. I got a built-in resistor, so hey, let's give this another shot. Okay, we're good. There's my little headlight, LED, bright LED, and everything's going forward, so everything is going right as far as direction. I don't have to change anything. So, hey guys, I'm just going to end it here because I just got to wrap everything up and then put the shell on. And I'll let you know in another video what the sound sounds like. Okay, 2 hours, a little over 2 hours wasted. Oh well, at least I got something done, so 5 more engines to go. In the meantime, hey, Daylight Day, appreciate you guys, have a great weekend. I'm signing out before it gets too hot.